Gemini, this October is all about doing more of what lights you up inside and watching everything else fall into place. Hey Gemini, I'm Lindsay with Love. I'm a Western tropical zodiac astrologer here to raise the frequency of the planet by transforming as many lives as I possibly can. And one way I like to do that is by using astrology as a tool. So, Gemini, I've got you here. I've got my notes in my computer here. My mic is here off camera. Welcome to your October 2025 horoscope. I'll be looking down every once in a while to make sure that I'm delivering you the most accurate information. So let's kick it off with Mercury in the sky. We'll move through Mars and Venus and Mars, the new moon and the full moon, and then you'll be on your way. All right, Gemini, kicking off or starting off, Mercury is starting off in the sign of Libra. This is open communication. This is compromise. This is peace and balance of the mind, harmony in the mind, having a Zen type of vibe when it comes to your thoughts, communicating out clearly, negotiating. And for you, it's taking place in the part of the sky that involves total life pleasure, total joy and fulfillment in life. And so, from a mindset perspective, I think this is quite powerful because you are maybe seeing your life from a very a space of gratitude, from a viewpoint of gratitude. And of course, the more gratitude you enter into your life, Gemini, the easier life becomes, the happier people become, you become more fulfilled. And then that, of course, energetically positions you to have more, to receive more in. Now, Mercury here, you're thinking about romance, you're thinking about children, you're thinking about your creativity, the way you express yourself, and you're thinking about your business if you are an entrepreneur. It's a lot of things to think about, but this part of the sky is really kind of all encompassing around like that fulfillment, that pleasure, that joy I was just talking about. So you might be thinking about you might be communicating with different suitors at this time. You know, people are different, going on different dates. If you're single, if you are in a relationship, there is more flirty happening, more charisma, more charm. It's more romantic in nature. It's a time where if you have children, you're really opening up the lines of communication. You're finding common ground with them. It's balanced and harmonious conversation, no arguments. If you don't have children, maybe you're thinking about having children, deciding about having children, you know, intentionally choosing that. It's a big life choice, so I always recommend people intentionally make a choice around that. Or maybe planning, right? If you have made the choice, now you're kind of planning when to start trying or any of those things. It's also a time where you might have some creative ideas plop into your brain, right? Libra is quite artistic, and with Mercury here, it's like the mind, right? We're creating, you're painting from the mind, your poetry is coming from the mind, you're writing, you're literally whatever. Everything starts in the mind. And so you might have some ideas around creativity and how you want to express yourself, maybe differently. Maybe try something creative that's new to you. I say follow your curiosities. Gemini, I think the one way that you figure out what you're really good at in life or what you're here to do, other than understanding your birth chart, of course. Oh, that is so loud. I hope it goes away soon. Other than understanding your birth chart, Gemini, is to follow your curiosities. So if you have ideas around creativity or things you'd like to try, I say go for it. The last thing that you might be really focused on at the beginning of this month is, once again, your business. If you're an entrepreneur, you might have some really good ideas around how to communicate out to your audience, a new product to launch, something along those lines. Now, Mercury in this part of the sky can be a little, or in Libra, can be a little bit indecisive. And so, do I stop the video? I want to keep going. I'm sorry, it's so loud. Hopefully it won't be long. Mercury in this part of the sky is a little bit indecisive. And so you might be indecisive. You may be like, oh, I don't know what brings me joy in life. I don't know what I want to do. I don't know if I should follow my curiosity. But I like to remind everybody, and I'll remind you as well, Gemini, that being indecisive is a decision not to make a decision, which is really a decision to be stagnant. And stagnation causes entropy and eventually weakens your manifesting power. So don't do that. Just try, right? Try. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out, whatever it is you're being indecisive about. All right. On the 6th of the month, Mercury then shifts into Scorpio. And Mercury in Scorpio is intense thoughts, deep thoughts, probing thoughts. You're researching, you're analyzing, you're troubleshooting. You want to figure it all out. This is truth seeking energy through and through. And for you, it's in the part of the sky that involves your work routines, your everyday life, and your health. And so here, the highest vibration is at work. Maybe you figured out some problem or some issue, some project, whatever. You're like the star of the show. You're able to communicate it. It's like this aha moments. In your day-to-day life, you are organized, you're analyzing, you're strategic, you're implementing. The things are, thoughts are kind of coming through quickly, and you're implementing. And in your health, it's maybe you're really focused in on becoming a better version of you, whether that's mentally, emotionally, physically, or spiritually. Now, in the lower vibration here, this energy is sometimes a little bit introverted, which I don't think is necessarily a bad thing. I feel like I'm quite introverted, but it's like maybe too intense, right? And so maybe you're like going a little too hard at work. Like your conversation's a little too hard. Your the way you're speaking is a little bit too forward, a little bit too assertive, a little bit too blunt. In your day-to-day life, the energy is like there. It's like amped up. And so maybe you're like almost, this is the sixth house energy. Maybe it's almost like perfectionist, like everything must be perfect. And you're getting a little wound up, a little bit too tight type vibes. And your mind is like, right, kind of ruminating. So, breathe, Gemini, allow it to be what it will be, because in the highest vibration, you're figuring things out for yourself and you're really getting yourself organized. But in the lower vibration, you could take it a little bit too far, right? Then this is kind of happening almost all month, because then it's all the way until the 29th that Mercury shifts into Sagittarius. And once Mercury shifts into Sagittarius, you are expansive and optimistic and jovial, and it's visionary energy, and you want to take things really big. In the mind, you're going big, you're not going home. And for you, it's in the part of the sky that involves your intimate relationships. So relationships at the very end of the month, you're communicating in a really happy way, in a very optimistic way. Your partner wants to expand with you. Maybe you're planning on how to expand your life in some way. If you don't have a partner, you could be meeting somebody at this time. You're, more chatty, more social than Mercury in Scorpio. Yeah, and I should have mentioned too, going back, Mercury in Scorpio, which is most of the month, you might be a little bit more introverted, I did say, but you might require a little bit more alone time to kind of just manage the energies, decompress, all those things. So back to Mercury in Sagittarius in your relationship house, it's an energy of just expanding the mind, expanding the relationships. I will say in the lower vibration, it could be a little bit forward, a little too forward in communication, in relationships, or a little bit too like restless, like things aren't moving fast enough, or like you're trying to like analyze everything, or you're just like mind isn't just relaxing when you're with your partner or your business partner or your bestie or whoever. So something to be mindful of there. Gemini, I'm so grateful that really loud lawnmower went away. That was like, woo, super distracting. Okay, before we move on to Venus, the energy of love and money, hit the subscribe button if you're a Gemini, if you know any Geminis in your life, or perhaps you're cross-watching for one. Let's talk Venus. Venus starts off the month in Virgo. It's a very healing energy. It's service to others type energy. It is a bit of a calming energy, right? Venus, the energy of love in Virgo, that can be a little bit high strung at times. So it kind of calms Virgo down. And for you, this is happening in the house of your home and your family life. And so that's very beautiful. Maybe you are, it's a calm energy in the home. It's love in the home. It's from a very energetic perspective, healing within your family unit, maybe even healing your generations from the past for generations to come. Could be that you are releasing your family from perhaps traditions that aren't serving you and the trajectory of your family. And it could be a healing energy around relationship with your mother as well. So if you've been struggling with communication with your mother or understanding her or whatever, you could really be kind of fixing or mending that relationship with this energy. Now, from a very tangible perspective, Venus, the energy of money in the house of home, which is your actual house or the land that you live on. You could be selling your house for more money than you expected. You could be buying some land for cheaper than you expected. There's like a net gain as it relates to tangible land, house, herbs, restaurants, gardening, anything to do with the land and nature. So that's really beautiful. And it could also even be for some of you, like you're starting a family business or something like that, right? Venus, the energy of love and money, excuse me, my eye itches, love and money in the house of home and family. So that's like a family business, could be like an inheritance from the mother or the family, something along those lines as well. Then on the 13th of the month, Venus shifts into Libra, where Venus feels very nice and at home. Venus, the ruler of Libra, as well as Taurus. And this is a very kind energy. It's romantic, it's soft, it's gentle, it's charming, it's artistic, it's creative. And for you, it's happening in the part of the sky, once again, that involves your total life's pleasures. So, what a beautiful story already you've got going on for you in October, Gemini. It feels very healing. It feels very peaceful and happy and fulfilled. Venus, the energy of love, in the part of the sky that involves romance. So, if you are in a relationship, the connection's deepening, things are flowing, it's effortless, it's easy. If you are not in a relationship and you're looking for that, this could be the month where you find it. Venus, the energy of love and money, in the part of the sky that involves your children. Children, if you have some, things are going well. If you're trying to have them, it could be the time. If or you're choosing intentionally, right, not to be child free, and that's okay too. It's love around children, and whether you have them or not, you can still love children, right? Then Venus, the energy of love and money as well, in the part of the sky that involves, same part of the sky, your creative self-expression. And this is a very artistic energy, and it's charming and kind of flirty almost. And so you could be expressing yourself in that way, connecting with people in that way. But from a creative way perspective, it's like you have a lot of creative energy flowing through you at this time. So I say use it to your fullest potential, right? Because when we create from the heart, Gemini, that's when other people are really touched by it, and you can really help people transcend and heal and honor themselves and all those beautiful things, empower them, whatever, right? So creating from a place of love is very much in the cards for you this month at this time. The last thing I'll say about this is that Venus, the energy of love and money, also in the part of the sky that involves entrepreneurship. So if you are a business owner, it is good. Money's looking good. Energy's looking good. You're magnetic. You're radiant. Your audience is connecting with you. They want to purchase from you. Good time to launch something new if you are in the business of that. Whew, Gemini. I feel like I've been talking nonstop for hours. Okay, let's look at the full moon on the 6th of the month. There is a full moon happening in Aries in the part of the sky for you that involves your social networks, your authenticity, the money you earn from your career. So this full moon in Aries, from a very general perspective, is you stepping onto a path of independence, which simply means like you being your most authentic self. It doesn't necessarily mean you being single in your life. It means you being the captain of your own energy, your own independence, your own body, your own aura, your own spirituality. It's the energy of perhaps understanding, or for the first time seeing yourself in a new way, in a new light. Maybe releasing something from your energetic being that is not serving you and serving your highest path, your highest vibration. Now, in the part of the sky that involves your social networks, it could be that you are releasing yourself from a friend group. You are no longer going to certain networking events. You are switching up who you're spending time with, whether it's groups online or offline. It's a time where you might be introduced to like a group that helps you evolve your life in some way. Um, or you might realize like some way that you haven't been showing up very authentically, and you're going to decide to kind of step into that more authentic version of yourself, because remember, Gemini, that the more authentic you are, the more genuine you are, the more you're going to attract that right tribe to you, your soul tribe, the right circles and people, benefactors and allies that want to support you. And so there's going to be maybe some shifts around your social networks, people you spend time with, or your authentic energy and how you're showing up. But they're going to be for the good of all. They're going to be so that you can really expand your life and manifest in the way you desire. So if you're trying to release yourself from anybody, use this full moon energy to do that, Gemini. All right, let's talk Mars, then we'll talk the new moon, and then you will be done. So Mars is hanging out in Scorpio in rulership all month long. This is intense energy. It's passionate energy. It's strong-willed. It is like achieving success, achieving the impossible. You're going to do it, right? This is like strong physical action energy for the entire month. So I say take advantage of it if you can. For you, it's hanging out in the part of the sky, once again, that involves your day-to-day life. And so you are going to have lots of extra energy likely this month, Gemini, and you're in it to win it. Like, nobody's going to tell you nothing. They can't stop you. At work, you are doing the dang thing. In your day-to-day life, you've got the structure and the routines down. And in your health, maybe you are creating a new workout plan. You're finally sticking to this specific lifestyle, 80-20 or something like that. You are getting your steps in every day. It's like lots of physical energy throughout the day. Now, be mindful. You could burn out. So honor your energy. Always honor your energy, Gemini. That's a superpower once you get into a very spiritual lifestyle that you'll possess, and it will help you manifest very quickly. In the lower vibration, be mindful, because you could be kind of suspicious here, a little bit controlling, a little bit destructive, a little bit argumentative, too assertive. In the workplace, not the best energy to bring in, right? And so, be mindful. Don't get in fights with your coworkers that are being silly. Like, it's not worth your time and energy. You might be a little bit overly aggressive or forward in your day-to-day. You're pissed off that you're stuck in traffic, the coffee line isn't moving fast enough, like whatever. There's like little frustrations. Once again, like, remember, Gemini, you get to choose your feelings, and you get to choose how long you stay in a feeling. You get to choose how quickly you process a feeling. So just be mindful here. In the highest vibration, it's like you getting a lot done in your everyday life. In the lower vibration, it's like you pissed off all day, every day. So don't do that, Gemini. Don't do that. All right, let's talk the new moon. On the 21st of the month, there is a new moon happening in Libra. New moon in Libra in the part of the sky for you that involves, once again, your everyday life. Being totally fulfilled and happy in life. So I'll rattle all the things off again for you, Gemini, but here, new moons equal time to manifest. Send out your desires to the world. Remember that to manifest very quickly, Gemini, we're grateful for the current reality we've created because we manifested this reality, right? So instead of being impatient and being pissed off about the current reality because we want this new reality, we're like, you know what? How cool am I that I manifested this? So I'm going to enjoy it because at one point I did want it, at one point, right? And then while I'm in this good high vibe energy, I'll be able to transcend and enter this new reality because I'm feeling really good and grateful for what I've already created. Okay? So for you, once again, you can manifest new romance, deeper romance, stronger connection. You can manifest something around your children. If you have any children that you desire, whatever, when it comes to children, you can manifest creativity. You can manifest yourself expressing yourself more creatively. Creativity is a rewarded energy in this lifetime, which means the more creative you are, the more abundance that flows to you, whether that is an abundance of happiness, joy, fulfillment, empowerment, health, money. There's lots of different ways abundance can flow to you in many different forms. And this is also the part of the sky that involves entrepreneurship. So maybe you're launching a new course, you want to start your business. It's a good time to send out those manifestations to the universe. All right, Gemini, claim it in the comments below. Hit the subscribe button. It's probably over here to lock it in, and I'll see you back here soon.